Hey everybody, this is Connor and welcome back to another tutorial. Today's tutorial is going to be on the Infinite Village Breeder that I have used in my Let's Play. I got a few people asking how I made it, so I thought I was going to make a tutorial and show you guys exactly what you need to do. So it is a very simple system that does give you a ton of villagers really quick. You can modify it any way that you want, because this is obviously not exactly how it is in my Let's Play. But this is the basic idea for how the villager system works. So basically what you have right here is you just have the villagers in the center with two little spots that they can spawn, and once these guys grow up they get transported out down the water system and you can transport them to wherever. You can modify this to however you want. If you want this to be a nice little tube the whole way, it can go the whole way like this. And you can just close them in and the villagers will follow the whole way. So you can transport villagers really easy using this method, and it's just really a good way to build up your villager count if you need to. I know that villaging is not always the easiest, and getting the few villagers to help start out your village population, this is probably the easiest way that happens. Now, I don't know all the game mechanics behind it, but for whatever reason, when you place 6 doors down here with a villager, these guys will not stop breeding that are in this cell that are 6 blocks above, or if you wanted to, you could put this guy above and it can go 6 blocks below. But let me move on to show you how we make this contraption here. We're going to have to move a ways away because otherwise this thing will read this one as another village and it will not work. So that is something to keep in mind, guys, when you're building this. Don't build it around a village unless you take away all the doors. The only doors you're allowed to have is 1 door. That's all you're allowed to have with this village, from my personal experience. There may be a few more that you're allowed to have, but I believe anything more than 1 door, it counts it not as a village. So the first thing you want to do is you want to start off by going up 6 blocks here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then build 1 there, and so it's 7 blocks, but it's really 6 air blocks, and then you build right there. The next thing you want to do is build 2 out from here, so 2 out from the side, and go 5 across, 3, 4, 5, is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, let me make sure, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yep. So you want to make sure that you have a 5 by 2 area to start off with in here. Now, the next thing you want to do is you want to go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks, because you want to have a 5 by 5 area in the center here. So build this all up all the way around using whatever building block you want. Does not matter whatsoever. You can just build this however you want, and you just got to make sure that you follow the same shape as I am doing right now. Okay. So once you have this area in, what you want to do is you want to fill in the bottom, and then you want to fill in the top. This is important to fill in the top. This cannot be open, otherwise the sunblocks will hit this and it will not work. This is where you get your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 by 2, 1, 2. Right there. So you want a 5 by 5 by 2 area right in here. The next step is really easy. Just make a shape like this. This is where your villagers will be going, and put soul sand. You can also use chests in the corners here and put a sign above both of them, and don't fall down. After that, you want to make sure that you cover this in with whatever you want. I recommend glass, that way you can see the villagers in action and make sure that it works, but any block will do. Just make sure that you light it up inside if you do decide to go with a solid block. Next thing you want to do is enter in, probably the best is from the top, and just throw some water right there and right there, and do the same on this side. You want to stop right there before you do anything and put 2 signs, one right there and one right there, so that they are diagonal from each other. Break this block, put a water source right there, and then throw one right above there. That way every villager that comes up from here will flow up here and up, and this one that are on this side will just flow up this way. Very simple so far. Make sure you close in this, and then we can move on to the next step. So this is what you should be looking like as of this point right now. I'll just give you a sec to pause the video if you need to do anything more. Okay, so now we move on to our next part. You want to make sure you go down 6 blocks, which is how far we have made this thing up in the sky now. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and just count out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks right here, and then you go back 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and the same on the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4. Remove all these blocks that you used to count down if you needed to, and now we can move on to getting the villager down here. Start by placing half blocks all around here, and go up 2 blocks in the center, place another half block, and destroy it. These can be any half blocks you want, does not matter. And place a villager in here. Best way to do that in survival, because I'm assuming that's what you guys are watching this for, is to get a minecart system, put them up the rails, and drop them in and break the minecart after. After this, what you want to do is go on the outside right here, and just face in and place 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 doors, and then this part is done. This is important that it is exactly like this, because otherwise this villager will not be right under there, and that's not good. So you want this cell to look exactly like this. Once you have that done, move up into this area here, and it'll be a lot easier to get villagers in if you put the water in afterwards. But you can just do this in creative, which is nice and easy. Place some villagers in here. 2, 3, I'm gonna go with 5. No, 6. Yeah, 6 villagers in there. And place the glass. And as you can see, the hearts are already going. Now, with people in survival, the easiest way to do this is just place 2 villagers in there and then let them breed, but don't open up these sides. And once all the villagers start to grow up in there, then you can now open up those sides. And any villager that now spawns right there, let me show you, will be forced out the side. There we go. They will be forced out into the side, and once they grow up, they will move up here, and then you have an infinite breeding cell. Be careful with this on server, guys. All of you certainly be careful with this on servers, because otherwise it may crash the server if you let this get out of hand. So always monitor it, and the easy way you can break this thing is just remove these doors or block the sunlight from reaching the doors. It is very important also that these are not blocked by any solid block, so make sure you're placing it with like some glass if you need to, or any other transparent block besides stairs and things like that. Stuff that you can see through and see the block below, that allows the sun to pass through. Hopefully this was helpful, guys. If you need anything else, please comment in the section below, and I will try to respond to things as best as I can. And yeah, be careful once again with this on servers, because you don't want this to run the server into the ground. Certainly be careful with it, but it is a very useful thing, because these villagers will keep spawning no matter what you do. So thanks again, guys, for watching. If you liked it, please leave a like, and if you really liked it, hit that subscribe button. That's all for me. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and I'll see you guys next time.